into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzz fans, and we have the best opening song ever today. And welcome to another Transformers Robots in Disguise after show. We are covering episode 10, Can You Dig It? And on the panel with me today are Speedster Emma Fyffe.
Hello, you can find me on Twitter and every other social media site at Emma Fyffe.
Megan Lord Megantron Salinas.
Hey guys, you can tweet at me at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin.
In the booth is Alexis the Wrecker Torres.
Hey guys, you can find me all over these interwebs as atorres890.
I am Katie Kia Prime Cullen. You can find me on Twitter at Kiaxet, that's Kiaxet, and we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Arif S. Kinchen, voice of Jazz.
Hey, aka Arifimus Prime. I'm gonna give myself a name.
Yes! Are we gonna have a Prime off here?
No, we were trained by the Primes. We're good.
There's more than one Prime.
There is more than one Prime, to be
Not
fair.
anymore.
Oh, wow.
Now there aren't any.
Primes are now like the Highlander. There can be only one.
No, now they're extinct.
That is accurate.
Kind of.
Yeah. So maybe? Unclear.
There can only be one. I'm not gonna-
Oh my God.
Fight!
Thank you so much for coming in today.
No, thank you guys for having me. You took me away from my kids' basketball award ceremony. This is amazing.
Oh no! That was not the intention.
So as I looked at them, I said, "Hey man, it's for Cybertron. Relax. Relax."
Oh, I feel like I should apologize to
I
your
like the
children.
badging on my arm.
You made children sad, Katie. You
agree?
made children sad.
They
You're the Decepticon.
They're having free pizza right now. They could care
They don't
less.
They're like, oh, were you gone?
Well, where did
I
Dad go?
didn't even notice.
I'm like Perry the Platypus. Like, wait, where's Dad?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there's Dad. Shows up half an hour later after a secret agent mission or an after show.
Anyway.
Thank you for coming in.
I'm very impressed by you guys. This is a super setup, and I thank you for allowing me to be here. And thanks for doing the show in general. You know, this is my childhood favorite cartoon ever. So you guys are doing us well and doing us proud.
Well, it's a lot of our nostalgia, so
Yes.
we are all super thrilled to be here.
Heck yeah.
The booth agrees.
They couldn't keep us away, in all honesty.
They tried.
They tried.
So let's swing into the episode. We open with construction workers finding Energon. And I find this interesting. We haven't had talk about Energon supplies, Energon shortage since Prime. It just hasn't been an issue.
Yeah, I mean, or certainly even if it was previously an issue in this series, they haven't addressed it until right now.
True. And that's because we have someone who is going after it. We
Yeah.
have a construction worker who found Energon, and then a sinkhole nearly murdered him.
Yeah, but they didn't think they were going to be stuck here that long. Those Decepticons are kind of crafty. Aren't they, Megan Tron?
Yes, they are. Aren't they great?
Boy, this is a nice change from last week. Last week our guest was a con. This week our guest is an Autobot. It's nice to have
Alexis, you need to
reinforcement.
come back out. I'm outnumbered. I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't think so. We're keeping you separated.
We're keeping you out here.
Dang it.
Then we head into movie night, which was one of my favorite little one-off scenes that we've had so far this season.
awesome.
Because they're watching, presumably, The Fast and the Furious
Yes,
or
and
something
I just-
like that.
I love that number one, Grimlock was so distressed that everyone was wearing the same jacket, and that the motorcycles couldn't transform.
That's so
They're not going to transform.
Yes.
He was just so sad.
Why were they letting Russell watch The Fast and the Furious? Isn't that rated R?
That's
No, PG-13.
Yeah.
All of them are PG-13.
Yeah, you can't make that much
Wow.
money off rated R movies.
It's the last ride. You got to let them.
Yep. And my favorite line, possibly of the entire episode, was Strong Arm asking, "Why are they smashing their mouths together?"
Interfacing.
Yes. That was what she brought up when we were watching it, and I lost it.
Yep.
Because, this is back to Cybertronians going, humans?
Humans are so gross. They're so gross.
Yeah.
But we do get a little bit of insight into Sideswipe wanting to be a bad boy, and I wrote down the line. They wear the jackets to show they're different in the same way.
I also wrote that line down.
It's like those shirts that say, you laugh because I'm different, I laugh because you're all the same.
Well, but then Sideswipe walked away and had like an existential crisis over these jackets. He's like, why do they all wear the same jacket?
I mean, they're different, but they're the same. But they're like, okay. And while he's chasing that little hamster wheel in his head, he gets his tailpipe handed to him by a mysterious figure.
With some subsonic funk.
Can we talk about Jazz's
also.
design?
Yeah.
The design is amazing. I love the incorporation of sound to go with the name. I love using that as an attack. That is absolutely brilliant.
It's almost like somebody wanted to make up for the Michael Bay version of Jazz.
I've actually blocked that Jazz out of my mind.
Don't.
Both pieces.
I felt very bad that I didn't book that job, and once he died, I was like, good, dodged a bullet.
Great.
Good.
Did I really want to play that out? No.
But it goes back to, remember, like they listen to our airwaves. They got music. They do this. I'm like, so the music came through that. Okay, good. Now Scatman's not turning over in his grave. Thank you. There were some parts you're like, Michael, you know there's people attached to this.
I don't think Michael Bay had any regard really for anybody's feelings about any of the Transformers characters.
So
Or
says the
TMNT.
stuntman community.
Well, and after the first one, he had to keep making them. They basically went, they're money makers, they're on your contract, do them. It's like, and it shows.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
So literally nobody wanted to be there.
Actually, as a tangent, and sorry,
It's tangential, but do it
basically
anyway.
he wanted to make, from what I hear, he wanted to make Pain and Gain, which was that weird, based on a true story about awful people, but somehow they're the heroes. I don't know why. But
The anti-hero.
They were terrible people in real life. But supposedly, in order to make that, he had to agree to do the Transformers sequel, Revenge of the Fallen. And apparently, if you compare the two, neither of them are good movies, but apparently there's a lot more passion behind Pain and Gain, and you can just tell. It's like, okay, this is where his
This
heart
is what
was
you
at.
cared about.
Yeah.
So you mean like how Steven Spielberg was looking at people through a monitor on whatever movie it was during Jurassic Time? I think it was Jurassic Park. He was there, and Indiana Jones. There was something he was doing both. He was like, "Hey, you guys, do a good job, okay? I love you. All right, sign us off." Those guys are losers. Oh, it's still on? It's still on. It's still on?
Is this mic still working? Did they hear that?
They didn't hear that, did they? Oh, God.
But it is a shame because if you're going to make these movies, it should be somebody who cares about the source material.
Yeah,
at least
absolutely.
a little bit.
Can we segue into the fact of this? The Michael Bay versions of Transformers are the same as Beast Wars. You gotta be a fan to love it. It's just, it takes the place. We talked about this before you walked up. It's one of those things like, if you're a fan of the show, you'll watch it. Why not?
Well, and there will be people in a generation or two, a decade or two, who look at the Michael Bay Transformers and go, "Oh, that's my nostalgia."
Yeah.
In much the same way 90s kids look at Beast Wars and go, "Oh, I remember that."
Or 80s babies that look at G1 and be like, you guys did it right. Thank you.
I don't know, man. We have Prime to go off of.
Beast Wars was
No,
actually...
Prime is the queen.
Oh,
It's like a Jay-Z album. You have the first album, and then the Black Album, then you have American Gangster. It's like nothing else matters in the middle. Sorry, Jay-Z, don't hunt me down.
You're assuming Jay-Z watches the show.
He does. He's down with the bots. Yeah, he's down with the bots. Megantron.
We have a couple.
Wow.
I'm sure he'd be a Decepticon. Everybody wants to try to
That's
What is
Memphis
happening
Bleak.
right
No.
now?
I don't know. I legitimately have no idea. Anyway, while we're off topic, let's bring this up. If you are watching this live, if you are on Twitter in any capacity, if you'd like to join in the conversation, our hashtag is ABTVRID. If you have any questions, if you want to make any comments, tweet us. We do check the hashtag even when we're not streaming live, so we will gladly talk with you people. Tweet at us, tweet the hashtag. Conversations. It'll be good.
I'm going to give a shout out to somebody who did tweet something at us using the hashtag.
Nice.
At Cullen Prime on Twitter tweeted at us.
yeah.
There isn't just one Prime. I'm a Prime too.
Hey.
He also watches Arrow.
Yeah.
And he's also excited that he finally made it to a live viewing of the after
Yes.
show. So welcome to the show.
Well, hello.
Thank you to everybody who's in the chat right now, and the people who are saying that they did enjoy the Michael Bay Transformers films and also
did
Beast
too.
Wars.
You know
Sorry
what?
about that.
And they are
Beast
welcome
Wars-
to do that.
Beast Wars is great. It gets weird towards the end. It's great, especially since we watched it back to back with Armada.
Yeah.
Oh my god. After watching Armada, everything is great.
It's great because you're a fan. Like when you're a true fan of it, it doesn't matter. The reason I keep saying true fan is because I have a VHS of the movie. You guys don't. I have it. I bought it from Suncoast. They don't have those stores anymore. It was $30. I had to wait 2 weeks till it came in. Is it there today? Is it there now? Is it there now? I believe in it.
These
But,
kids
if
don't
you're
know what
real-
it's like.
I did that with things coming in at Media Play more than once, which is another thing that's gone the way of the dinosaurs, and we have all just dated ourselves.
What's a
Back to the
VHS?
episode.
So yeah, Jazz's
The thing that
design
will prevent
is
you
great.
from dying in the ring. So his design is fantastic, and
Yeah.
we all kind of knew he was coming. What I was interested... He and B are friends.
Yeah.
This I wanted backstory on.
Me too, because I really enjoyed their dynamic and I wanted to know, okay, so how did this friendship come to be? It seemed to me that they worked together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, well, were they friends before the war? Were they friends
Right.
during the war? Or are they cops together now?
You're
And
talking
it seems
about
like
you're talking about the galactic crossover stories, like how they kill off universes and start them again, which has been the new Transformers every time you look
yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna go with somebody got nostalgic and said, let's take it back to the mountain when those guys were cool with the ship stuck in the back.
Yes.
And now they're cool, because that's what I took it as. I was like, oh, I said, Jazz, I feel that I probably like helped to train them whenever Prime wasn't around, because remember, I was like one of Prime's lieutenants. I'm
Yeah,
warrior
no,
class.
Jazz
And
was
I-
definitely one of the lieutenants.
I like the idea of him running with Prime's crew before Cybertron went under and then getting split
Yeah.
up when they made the migration to Earth. But as Megan brought up, that would require them referencing Prime.
Which they just won't do.
They,
Oh, they will. They will.
Although I hope they do, because that's something that the show's
But
kind of
isn't this
missing.
supposed to be like an eon after, or like a decade in Earth years
like
after?
it's like
Prime?
20 years or something.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we ever got official numbers, but I think 30 years tops.
Yeah.
But but what I did find interesting about it is it sounds actually like Jazz is maybe not a police member like B is, but he reports to the council or whatever this
I just say
mysterious
that's a
We all
council
had
is.
to.
The council.
We all have to. After Prime has been taken out, they had to have something that put some sort of order into it, I believe. So we had to get something that made sense to make it work.
We've gotten
have
zero details though.
And we have an ongoing theory that Cybertron, as it is right now, is super corrupt. Massive issues. So we're still kind of waiting for some world
So
building.
you're
on
waiting
that
for a
one.
Gotham little crossover?
Not the crossover. I want an episode on Cybertron, or even just someone talking about, well, this is how I was trained. Well, this is how this is. Give me 5 lines about what's the government system like? What's the economy? How does this world work now that it's been brought back from the dead?
It's those big heads from season 3.
no!
Remember the 4 heads?
Oh my god! The
Remember the four?
Quintessians.
That would be an amazing twist. I think you would lose everyone under the age of 15. They'd be like, what am I watching?
Because in all fairness, when we watch them, that's what we think.
It's just like,
But
I haven't had enough to drink for that.
yeah, no, because they got like no build up in the movie. They just kind of came out of nowhere,
And then they were
what's
insane.
happening?
Yeah. That's what happens.
But the good thing about Jazz being here and now knowing that B and his crew are there, because he answered the distress signal from the Alchemor in the first place, which great response time, Cybertron. You have a space bridge. What's wrong with you?
Well, there's not
B
a
broke
bridge.
it. B kind of broke it, I think. Maybe
he?
maybe he took all the juice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That he broke it.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay, that would make a
thought
lot
he used
more
all the
sense.
proto-culture. That's a Robotech reference.
Hey. That would make a lot more sense. Because we've been wondering why they didn't just send someone after him if the space bridge is busted. Well,
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
and there's no one who can fix it?
It's
No one?
like the elders made it. It's kind of like that thing at Shakey's, that little thing with the paper. It does.
I totally know what you're talking about. Oh my god, that's so weird and awesome.
I was thinking
Sorry,
Decepticon
microphone.
engineering.
Well, I mean, I would imagine Ratchet could fix it, but they're like, oh, we don't want to call him. He's just gonna yell at us.
He'll be upset.
Well,
He was loyal to Prime. Didn't we send all of them away?
And also, in theory, Ratchet's on the other side of the space. He's not on the Cybertron side of the space bridge. He's theoretically maybe still on Earth. I don't know.
Did he go back to Earth at the end of the movie? We just don't know.
But
That's
I
the bottom line of this series.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
But again, the important thing, Jazz now knows that they're there, which means Cybertron is going to know that they're there, and hopefully that can smooth things over.
I think Cybertron already knew that they were there.
No.
I mean, the coordinates for the space bridge were set to Earth.
Yeah, but they hadn't heard anything about
But it was an
what he had been
ancient
doing.
Cybertronian. You know, it's kind of like Aladdin. It's hard to find somebody.
Once they disappear
Where's
in the
Steve?
Cave of
We
Wonders.
need Stevetron. Stevetron? Is he around? Where's Stevetron? We need him to read this.
Steven, is that you? Steven. How would you like to translate these ancient runes?
He has B's old voice box.
Oh, God.
Holy smokes.
Okay, that hurt. Can we talk a little bit about Ped? Can
Yes.
we talk a little bit
Why
about
is he
our-
named that? I'm so
I
don't
was
understand.
Can you guys put his
by the
picture
name.
up?
Mandark.
Can you put his
Stop
his real picture up? That guy is a legend.
He is.
He walked in and we were all like, me, Kyrie, and we were all like, oh my god.
I know.
Oh my god, that's dude. That's the only horrible thing about being an actor. You can't remember people's names, but you're always like, that's dude.
His name is Ed.
Yeah. But he's
So
amazing.
maybe Ped Ed, maybe that's what they were going
In
I
honor.
know. Yeah, because
It was an odd name for a bot.
Exactly, because for the most part with the animal-based Decepticons, they have had names that were reflective of what they were, and I wasn't sure.
Chop.
We're okay.
He's a low-level Decepticon-ish kind of person, so maybe they just called him Ped because they didn't care.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of it, and obviously he had some self-esteem issues, which was kind of the wheel of morality bit for this episode, was don't care so much what other
Wheel
people
of
think
morality.
about
Turn.
Bingo.
I have some insight into Ped.
Do we?
Yellow Bumblebee 32, who's been very active in our chat roll. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Said that Ped is another word for dirt, which is actually absolutely correct.
That makes perfect
That
sense.
would make
So much
all
more
of the
sense.
sense.
I like it because
Yeah.
I was really confused. Again, I think it was mostly just the Mandark voice. Like, like it was crazy.
Well, and the voice was so unexpected.
yeah.
He was actually really, really intimidating, causing sinkholes, smart enough to cause a distraction.
And then he opened his mouth.
paralysis
I know.
mandibles. Like, he actually sounds super creepy. This is going to be great. And then I was
Yeah.
expecting something that Liam was doing, like the deep, scary voice. And then all of a sudden, it's
You mean the guy like this with the taters?
you will never laugh at me again.
And I was like, "Where's Dexter? Is he coming out?"
I know.
DD.
It's true.
Megan can vouch for this. The look on my face when that happened was just like,
When it got to that part, we both of our jaws dropped,
Yeah.
and we just looked at each other and looked back at the screen, going, "This is happening."
I
This
no
is
longer
real."
take him seriously.
It was so weird. I wish you guys were there to watch my face. Like, you can't see it now because I'm inside the booth, but literally, I had to pause the episode, and I was just like, no, I'm done. Table flip, I'm done.
I feel like we should start
It
doing
was like
reaction
Napoleon.
videos when we watch these.
But he
really
was kind of like
liked his
Napoleon.
voice.
It's a tough guy with
Yeah,
a
no,
voice.
he had his own little complex going on.
Yeah, and that was what I liked, was that voice did lend itself to that inferiority complex that he clearly
They're all gonna have to
was
come through
dealing
me.
with.
They're all gonna come through me. To me now.
Yeah, I mean,
See?
I wrote down.
People don't discount you because you're a worm. They discount you because you sound like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I wrote down that basically that is what it all boiled down to, was he was like that unpopular kid in high school that was like, I'm gonna rule the world now.
Get out of here, Ped. You're nobody.
Can somebody explain what kind of worm he is? I'm really lost.
I kind of figured him to be more of like an earwig.
That's what I thought. I thought it was an earwig or some sort of leech of sound.
I thought it was
Earwigs
an
are
organ special.
nasty suckers.
I will say Decepticons are hardcore though, because I would never ever make fun of a guy with scythes for hands. It's just me
True.
though.
And then the pinchers, and then
No, he looked extremely intimidating.
Well, and I was gonna say he took out Sideswipe a couple times, but that's not a high bar.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Don't hurt the ninja. Are you gonna take that little ninja?
If you shake the table hard enough, he falls over.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
He tries his best.
Oh, speaking of
He doesn't succeed.
sideswipe, did anybody else just really feel like his anime character really came out in this
so
episode? Shut
episode.
up. Those arms flinging back as he ran. I'm done.
And on top of that, he was just totally fangirling out about Jazz for the entire episode.
Well, that's what's supposed to happen.
Jazz has a reputation, but again, we don't know what it is, and I would love to know. That's Jazz, the Jazz. It's like, follow it up, say something about
tell
him.
me what
We
Jazz
fought in the
commercial is.
Cybertronian Wars. I got 2 punches off on Megatron. Didn't I, Megatron?
It's true. He's a mean left hook.
I knew it.
And it's something the series keeps doing is you're supposed to believe this. Absolutely no backup. I would have loved to know what Jazz's reputation was, how he knew Bumblebee, any of that. But it's like, they know each other. They're friends.
Well, dim the lights.
Okay.
See, me and Bumblebee used to roll around Cybertron, hanging out with the young hot Cybertronian.
With the hot rod.
Picking up 2-wheelers.
RC's cousins used to always let us come by the house. It was a great time. And Prime had the pad. Before Megatron started tripping, we used to all kick it.
I don't know, but I need that as an audio clip.
Yes, please.
Wow.
That's canon, right? That's official.
It is now.
But I was hoping to hear, like when they introduced Wheeljack for the first time in Prime, I was hoping to hear some old war stories. But it was something that was just kind of glossed over, so that's kind of a bummer.
There's probably a contract with IDW, like, don't you dare give a backstory. I'll send those Thundercats after you guys. So
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because looking at some of the IDW comics and the cover that they've released for the second issue, which, break my heart, why don't you? It looks like the comics are going to start giving us more of the connections to Prime that we've been asking for, especially with the end of the Free Comic Book Day preview that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, this is my look. This is Joey from Friends. He said when you want to look intense, you start thinking about algebraic theorems. Because I don't know what she's talking about, so I'm trying to fake it.
At least he's not doing smell the fart acting. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Basically, there are a series of comic books that are running concurrent with the series. So
They haven't come out quite yet, but we did have RC and Bulkhead and Ultra Magnus appear at the end of the Free Comic Book Day preview. It's like, you're on Earth and you're not telling anyone. Why?
Yeah.
It's like Secret Wars. You got to do stuff. Sometimes, I mean, it goes back to the lineage of that Cybertronians have been coming back and forth to Earth a lot.
Yeah.
And no one ever knew about it. These 2 to 3 story size guys just show up.
how crazy is it? Because, Pat is huge. And to see Jazz standing next to him, there's a huge height difference there.
Yeah. Well, you see that with Grimlock and anybody, and that's why they need Grim on the team.
Grim is huge.
We need a
He's
heavy
gigantic.
hitter.
I like his look, man, for the new series. I've never been able to voice that. Hey, Kyrie, you did a great job, brother. You don't need to hear that. But you need to let me book some of these dang jobs. I'm telling you, you and Phil Lamar, I'm calling you both out.
Oh, my.
Okay? Stay. What?
Wow,
You're making my job very hard in here. Relax.
Those guys are amazing, but the whole design of it. We spoke about some of the people that are online that have gone in to design these characters and taken the time to put them out there. They're freaking phenomenal. Even compared to G1 to even the ones in the movie, because Grimlock was so freaking dope. And they did audition voices for that, in case you guys wondered, and that was something else I didn't get.
Didn't he just roar?
Yeah.
Didn't say a word.
It initially was dialogue, but since the movie's out, my rules are over. I can talk. Thank you for allowing me to audition for that, and thank you for not booking any. But they...
Are we a little bitter?
Yeah, just a little bit. I wanted to check, but nevertheless...
That movie would have been so different.
It would have been,
Really?
right?
Really? It would have been different.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. After about the 90-minute mark, I gave up.
No, I stuck around.
Oh, we were still in the theater, but after it's like, here's Ratchet's head. Let's melt it down for slag.
let's
Like,
just do it.
mentally
I'm
checked
out.
But I think that they really took the time. They've designed characters that are not just based on being toys, but also look awesome as fan art, wallpapers, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So kudos to the team from Team Prime that are involved with this series and all the Hasbro people. Kudos, Hasbro. I thank you very much.
They're doing great work.
We had a few of them in the studio a few weeks back. They brought in some of their concept art. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It is. It's great.
Here's hoping we get a Predator bot in season 2.
Oh my god!
God.
Please.
Oh my God.
That
Those
was
guys are dangerous.
amazing.
One of the character designs it very much had a Predator-inspired look to it, so that would be fantastic.
Hey, audience, that was a couple of weeks ago, so if you're interested in seeing that, you can go back and watch the episode on YouTube.
And you'll love it. It's very great when you're watching it on a big screen TV and you're making yourself afloat with Shasta.
Boy, that sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Well, I got kids, man. Go up to your rooms. I'm watching the show. Go up to.
So while we're on infomercial time, I want to talk to you for just a moment about iTunes. For one, we are super, super stoked that you guys are listening to us. Thank you so much. We actually have an iTunes review. You want to read that, Megan?
Whoa.
Sure thing. We have Great Show by Trapped in Wonderland. First, I just want to say how awesome it is to see other girl Transformer fans getting really into this show. I really look forward to watching the show each week to see what they have to say about the episode from Saturday, especially when there are guests.
Hello.
They will even respond to YouTube comments or tweets while discussing the episode, which is very cool. It's a ton of fun to watch and can be very insightful. I highly recommend this show for anyone who watches RID 2015. Smiley face. Thank you so much.
See, the smiley face, that's what secured it.
That's what clinches it. That's
How you know they're sincere.
That's when you know.
So if you like the show, if you want us to keep doing the show, please subscribe to us on iTunes, rate, review. If you review, we'll give you a shout out on the show. And if you give us 5 stars, it lets our bosses know, hey, people like what they're doing. We're going to continue to let them do what they're doing. So if you'd like to hear us chat more about giant robots and bring on fantastic guests, then, subscribe, rate, review, subscribe on YouTube, on SoundCloud, wherever you can find the AfterBuzzes, there we are. So
Yeah. Again, thank you.
Oh my God, was that from Earthworm Jim?
No, it's a Homer Simpson woohoo.
Okay. It sounded like Earthworm
I
Jim,
know.
and I just had this. Oh my God.
I would have totally put that, but I picked Homer just for now.
Okay.
It makes me happy. Thank you, Alexis.
You're welcome.
So just how this episode played out, we had to split the party and chase after Ped underground, which interesting that we immediately had Sideswipe volunteering, I'll go with Jazz, and B going, oh dear God, okay.
Well, see, they cut the line out. My line actually was, dude, you need to chill. I'm lying.
serious?
Please don't sue me. I'm lying.
I did like you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
And I did like buttering Ped up one side and down the other. That was actually really smart.
It was, and I wrote down that I feel like Jazz has had the most convincing acting of any Autobot thus far on the show.
Tell me about it.
Yup, I completely agree.
Up to and including throwing Sideswipe under the bus.
I know.
Although, how great was it that he called out B on how bad his rollout battle cry?
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Autobots bug out.
Because like we're going after a bug, right? I'm yes.
Yeah.
Just that. We keep hearing B try to sound like Optimus and doing the deep voice thing. Who's there? And then for that
Speaking of
point,
trying
he's just
too hard.
I'm trying. You can hear the whine.
Well,
It's like, yep.
let's have some fireside chat about Bumblebee. This is what I
Okay.
think. This dude has gone through everything with all of us always being in basically leader roles.
Mm-hmm.
We're always, whether it's Ironhide, whether it's, Prowl, you know what I'm saying, even RC, everybody's always doing something. Come on, B, come on, B, come on, B. He's really been entrusted by his idol, his uncle, his father figure, his big brother. Take care of it. you got it, dude. Don't even trip. You have it. It's like the first time you drive your grandfather's Benz, you're nervous. Or Cadillac.
I don't have that experience.
Or the first time you get to borrow the skateboard from Timmy. You're nervous because you know he has brand new trucks on there. You don't want to mess up that Sims board. But I think that he's just really trying to get it together, man. And I'm very kudos to Will, man. Will has brought this character together. And I fanboyed. I was like, you're Terry McGinnis, right?
Yes!
He totally is.
I was like,
Yes,
you're Terry
he
McGinnis, man. Okay, yeah. I'm a grown man. I watch these cartoons. I'm real about mine. I'm real with my cartoon game. But I think I think season 2, season 3, whatever they're planning to do, you'll see him come more into it. Mm-hmm. But I think he really wants to not let Optimus down. I think that's his whole thing. Like, I don't want to let this dude down. He's giving me such a great honor.
Yeah, and I think that he also, at this point, just isn't quite sure how to not let Optimus down without specifically being Optimus. Mm-hmm. He doesn't see his own strengths.
Oh,
but
I forgot
like
that. He doesn't have the Matrix. Everybody else always has the Matrix. Yep. This dude is doing it raw dog.
Yeah. Honestly, this is what Smokescreen would have been like had he become a Prime at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fumbling everywhere and trying super hard.
That character is dope.
Oh, Smokescreen.
But you do bring up a good point because he doesn't have the one thing that instills somebody with the collective knowledge of the Primes, which that is a huge asset that is lost to the ether now, or wherever it is up.
The center of the planet, kind of, maybe.
Whatever. It's somewhere. But yeah, and so the fact that B has to be a leader without that asset, because one of the most important things is wisdom when it comes to being a leader, and he has to learn from firsthand experience now. He doesn't get that passed on to him.
He has more wisdom than the people he's leading, but that's not a super high bar.
Well, because he's only a little older than them.
Yeah. It's the college student leading the high schoolers.
He's a scout. He's used to doing it alone. If anything, like, go do it. And he does it. He's like, oh, you're with me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Again, it's like Bumblebee is very capable, but he hasn't ever really had to lead a team specifically.
And I find it interesting that we had this kind of self-sacrificing moment from Sideswipe, and usually that's B, like, no matter what, do this. We saw that earlier. No matter what, prop the ceiling. Because that's going to cause some massive infrastructure issues, and I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get a little more of that already.
This town is apparently predisposed to sinkholes, because when they started happening, nobody questioned it.
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's called fragging. They're fragging.
They're fracking, yeah. Like, oh, people are getting swallowed up by the mud. Is it Thursday already?
It's a weekend, huh?
But seeing Sideswipe do that, no matter what happens, hit the pod, turn it on, it'll be like, even if I'm in there, and be not questioning it and getting ready to do it, it's like, you're really not Optimus.
No, he's learned. Sideswipe took what he's been learning from B being selfless and was going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't blame him for that, because, I mean, they would have figured out a way to get Sideswipe out.
Yeah. I couldn't either, but it was just kind of an interesting way for the series to go. Especially with B not quite having his footing yet. He knows he's not Optimus, but that doesn't mean he knows who he is.
But he's not Starscream either.
Thank God!
Very importantly.
Amen to that.
I'm waiting for him to come back, to be completely honest.
That would be great to just show up and be like, hello, everybody.
He's gonna get stomped on. All the Decepticons on Earth are twice his size, though. They would step on him.
Troy will pimp slap him.
I would just love to see
hard.
a smooth talker off between Hungry Like the Wolf and
Starscream.
Metal Cockroach.
Oh my gosh.
That would be.
Is that what we're calling him? Metal cockroach?
Giant metal cockroach.
No, that's exactly what he is. Yeah, I agree.
But no, a scene between Troy Baker and Steve Bloom, that would be amazing.
Oh my God.
That would be all of my dreams come true, guys. You don't even know.
The vapors.
The vapors.
Shout out to that episode.
I didn't know I wanted it until it was brought up, and now it's all that I want.
It needs to be in the universe. Do it.
Yes.
One thing I never knew I always
Come on,
wanted.
Hasbro.
No body, no death. We're working with comic book rules here, and Prime was not afraid to be like, here's the body. Here's the body as a zombie. Here's the zombie body in pieces.
Stop it!
I am back to Cliff Jumper jokes. It will never end.
Cliff Jumper, wah!
You just can't stop talking about it.
That's very true.
I just want to give a shout out as we go to MJ Barrios. We've talked about him
Yes.
already. And Walt
lovely.
Dog. Walt
Yes.
Dog, thank you for all your art. And to Teresa Trujillo.
Trujillo.
She's a cool chick. She's a cool chick.
Yeah, she's kind of the producer.
Yeah, she's kind of a big deal. And when I met her, I didn't realize it. So I'm happy I didn't say anything stupid.
That's always kind of how it goes
Mama
when
always
talking
taught
to
me
a producer.
be nice to people because you never know.
Everyone in the chat would like us to bring in Steve Bloom. They are saying all hail Starscream, and also Sky Shimmertail is wondering, Arif, if you can give us a little jazz talk.
Oh, nice. Too.
Which jazz do you want? Hey, Prime! Let's go G1, Prime! We're gonna roll out and get them Decepticons! I saw Starscream jumping up over there! Oh, no!
I am dead. I am dead. I'm so excited.
You know, I walked into the session, I was like, so what voice do you want me to use? Like, I'm nervous all night, like sweating, like, get your throat ready for that. You're gonna have to do it. And they were like, no, we just like your voice. I was like, just my voice? Like Puss in Boots.
The eyes get all big.
Oh my god.
So
crying.
I guess the one from
Tears.
yesterday was basically like, hey man, you don't really need to try so hard. You can actually do it, man. You need to just trust in yourself. Trust me and listen to this. You got the touch. You got the power.
At this point, I just want the whole cast to sing that because we also have Darren Criss.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And no shame on my part, evidently.
That would be
That's not a
hilarious.
karaoke track.
That would be hilarious.
You first, man.
I'll start it
You
off,
inspired
man.
it.
Drop the beat.
We have another comment from William on the hashtag. Note to Bumblebee: nothing wrong with using transform and roll out. If for nothing else, to honor Optimus Prime.
Exactly. Thank you.
Roll out.
Yeah.
What if that's the end of season 1? He says it. Wouldn't that be ignorant?
He did say it once before with the last time that he had a remember who you are Mufasa vision with Optimus.
Yeah.
Over there, that whole land is yours.
Remember.
Are you talking about the junkyard? What are we talking about?
No.
Or he could even borrow Roll to the Rescue.
Oh my god.
I'm okay with that.
But
Megan.
then we bring in Rescue Bots, which took place concurrently to Prime. And what happened to them? Are they still on the planet? Exactly.
They're
It's a can
protecting
of worms
that
that they
city.
can't open.
That one
They're
city.
still in Maine.
They're doing
But
that
no,
city.
we have
little
Blur and
island.
Salvage. We have Blur and Salvage somewhere else now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we're Rescue Bots fans.
Oh, we have in studio guest also. Shout out to Tanae Photography is in the house. Stan.
Yes. He took this
we have a
wonderful
show together.
photo.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. He takes great shots too.
Yeah, he took
Kinda
this wonderful
happens.
photo. So check out the hashtag because it's
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, I retweeted it and sent it out and things.
That
so.
dude,
He's a
that dude's a
good
beast
person.
on that millimeter. How do you say it? The millimeter? What was it? The camera jargon.
The glass.
Okay.
Glass.
Way off, buddy.
And me no
Again-
speaking.
Again, with the trying too hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt in the booth, man. Those guys are all geniuses. And when you see Ted McGinnis in the room, you're like, they're like, don't point at Ted. Okay.
You just kind of sit there and go, hi.
Don't ask for selfie. Okay. Remember, don't.
Don't make eye contact. Just stare
Just
at the
look at the
mic.
floor.
Just listen. It's all you need. Your ears and your voice. You don't need to look at him.
It's a great house over there, man. Transformers is a great house, man. They get down. Back to the episode.
Well, what was the audition process like?
The audition process is in the booth as usual. You know, you're just in the booth and you just do it. I studied it, but my auditions for all the films really hurt me. Which camera's mine?
That one.
But for this show, I did it, and then I literally got a phone call and they're like, you booked it. And like I said, those people where they record at their secret location for Transformers, Robots in Disguise, they were very nice when I walked in. They said, this is the guy that booked Jazz. Oh my God, so happy to have you aboard, this and that. And I was like, I'm going to die today. New people are very, very nice. This is how the game was. Remember that movie? Everything's so nice before it goes so wrong. But we went in and we recorded, and I was nervous the whole time because out of the booth comes, "Hey, I'm Jamie Simone. How are you?" And I was like, "I've been trying to meet you." All right, Arif, see you in the booth.
The vapors, I believe.
For those of you watching, this is exactly how all of the hosts are going to look if we ever get Peter Cullen.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Dude, Peter Cullen was at PCB to do the dang Transformer game. And I saw the picture and I was like, so you guys just couldn't call me? So you really, this is our friendship on the line. I'm telling you, this guy ever steps in the freaking booth like you, so I swear to God. You make it so. You make it so. That dude, and he's just so, when you listen to the old ones, you're like, okay, he was Prime, but he wasn't.
He was having fun.
Like the movie, his movie Prime is like, oh my God, this is Prime.
Yeah.
Well, and Prime.
And of course, Prime. Dude, that show. Okay, so I'm just on season 3, and I'm looking at that dang winged beast when he transformed.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
Predaking.
yes, and they killed my brother. And I was like, oh, this show is just perfect. This show's freaking perfect. Why?
It's so good.
Every so often you get something that's great, and it's great. But we're talking about Robots in Disguise, and we're back here, and it's an amazing show, and you guys should watch it, or DVR it at least. If you can't wake up at 6:30 on a Saturday morning,
Yeah.
kind of man are you?
Well, we're all women and we all DVR it. So there's
See,
that.
the women are the smart folks. See what happens? See,
Does anyone have anything else they want to bring up about this week's episode?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Fix its face.
Oh, Fix Its Life is pain.
Yep. I was like, how is your face still together after all of the face
invincible,
planting?
I think.
Stepped on and stuck to the magnet, and Grimlock just,
Poor thing.
the slow motion of his boot
That was the
to
best.
the face is
That was
amazing.
amazing.
My favorite thing of
Ever
all
heard
time.
the boot to the head audio clip? I just need it cut over this. It's a boot to the head.
Oh,
I
it
was
was so
like,
funny.
whoa, that was
And-
Krav Maga.
And sideswipe Mega Man jumping up the pit. That was
That was
That's what that
phenomenal.
was. It was the Mega Man wall jump.
Dude,
Just watching him go.
I also loved that. I think this once again he may have had this in previous episodes, but it was the first time that I really realized the like ninja mask part of his face.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
no, they all have that. It's the
Yeah.
combat mask. It's a
Yeah.
holdover from Prime.
Yeah, it is.
Ah.
But I just really noticed it in this episode. And
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it really fit his anime boy aesthetic.
They didn't get to
yes,
keep
it
the
did.
arm cannons, but
No,
they kept
but
the
they
masks.
kept the mask.
They kept the masks,
And can we
yeah.
talk about the plan to catch Ped? The fact that they built fake Energon cubes, just painted a bunch of crates fluorescent blue.
that's because Spike is the man.
Well, and the glow-in-the-dark paint came back. Megan brought it up when we were watching it. It's like, that's a throwback.
Where was that from?
Earlier
when
episode.
they introduced Steeljaw, one of the ways they were able to trick him momentarily was by trick him, quote unquote, was by painting a Decepticon logo on Sideswipe with some fluorescent paint that they had found. Apparently, they still had plenty left over for some Energon.
See?
So that was a smart plan, with the exception of everyone kind of staying in one little spot. Like, really, guys? That this is the really smart, this is the really dumb.
That's a stakeout. That's how you do it.
I hope they were able to get the Energon back after they captured
Oh, I'm
Ped.
sure they were.
They need those.
Aw, did he eat it?
It's deleted
They're
scenes.
gonna have
It's in
to
the
wait 2
tunnel
days.
somewhere. So, do you have any projects that you're working on that you can tell the fans about?
Yes, I just booked something. Oh, Dart, Jesus. Oh,
Okay, anything that's
that's the
not
one.
covered by an
oh,
NDA.
God, what the heck? Yeah, so there's something that will be at Comic-Con that people will be happy that'll come out then. There's something that I'm working on that'll be coming on one of those kid cartoon channels soon.
Okay.
And we have a show that we're doing that's basically hashtag you already know. That's going to be me and a couple of my buddies that are voiceover actors and just different actors and tech guys. And we're going to premiere that right after E3 because we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Fun.
Yeah, and I do a show called Apollo Night LA. I'm one of the guest celebrity hosts until I figured out that the main host has 2 TV shows on air. And I was like, well, why do you guys need me?
Because you're awesome, that's why.
Thank you. But now I'm just having fun, man, and I'm gonna be guest hosting here on AfterBuzz TV on ABTV RID next week. Lord Megatron is going to go away, and then I'm picking on her because my wife's a Decepticon. This is my wife in the first movie. I like that Mustang. Damn you, woman! Damn you!
Okay.
Over my cold dead body. That's what I
Please
please say
don't.
about that.
I
will
needed
put Dark
that.
Energon in you and send you to Planet Hulk. Cross-reference with Marvel.
I needed that. Okay. Where can the people go if they want to find out more?
They can find me on the interwebs at Arif S. Kinchen. Everything is the same. So Arif S. Kinchen. I value my S. It stands for Sapariliac.
Wow.
Not really, but still. Can I get into my top 5?
We're being played off.
No, you're not gonna play us off. Hey, man, this is like an Oscar speech.
Oh gosh.
Okay, top. Are we done? What are we doing?
We're still going.
Okay.
We're still going.
Okay, top 5 for Megatron. Hey, why in the heck would you choose to be a gun that people have to fire? Okay, part 2. Why would you then be reborn as another cannon that's a gun? Number 3. Is Starscream secretly your nephew? You put up with this dude through everything.
Brother-in-law,
Come on,
actually.
something. Okay, part 4. Really? You didn't want to join the Autobots? Really? You know Prime looks awesome. And part
The Decepticons
5.
are the winning team.
But
No,
part
they're not.
5, part 5. Why is it that you can't build a freaking space bridge to save your kingdom? There's always something wrong with your space bridge.
Built one eventually.
We thwart you every time.
Now that's just a space bridge too far.
Yeah.
Decepticon engineering, man. It is what it is.
And I want
Anyway.
everybody at home to go back and watch YouTube and look at G1 so you can have your mind blown like I was when I figured out they changed the goddamn theme song. What the hell? Who did that? It was Megatron. Megatron changed the theme song.
It was the quintet. You can't blame me.
traveled back in
Alexis,
time.
where can the people find you?
God, jeez, just want to get through it. All right, you can find me all over the interwebs as Torres890 and our sister network Black Hollywood Live to talk about video games, pop culture, and other awesome things with me.
Yay.
Emma.
You can find me on Twitter at Emma Fyffe. Follow me on Twitter. You'll hear about all the other stuff I'm doing.
Hey, that was Unicron's fault. It wasn't my fault. That was my call. Nice. Anyway,
cut
you
you
can
off.
follow me on Twitter at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. I'm also on a bunch of shows here at AfterBuzz, and I've started writing articles for the movie Chick with 2 Ks. Be sure to check those out.
And I'm Katie Cullen. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at Kiaxet. That's KIAXET. I'm also on Snapchat at Kia Prime. And the other show that I am on is the Red vs. Blue After Show. We are starting that up this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Tune in. Special guest. Gonna be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, transform and roll out!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.